It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. All eyes are on Mike Evans. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Buccaneers and the Cards, and it's all up next.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. The tackle made by Zion McCollum. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket.
5 yards on first down, just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Let's see the Bucs with 6 DBs, so down set here on third down. Murray now. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This goes out wide from Madison.
A gain of 8 there. Just a Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals! Rondale Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 14 carries, 89 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see, as many of you already know, they have clinched the NFC South, but as it stands, Charles, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend.
And that's a good thing for them because coming out of your division, getting to the playoffs with an opportunity to host to start the playoffs, that's a pretty good way to get things going. Whoever came out of this division, we knew that they were going to be playoff ready, and this team certainly is.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation. They'll set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter. They're trying to double his pressure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already got into the end zone. The good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be too high.
They came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A nice move by Nelson. Nothing to score after 1 on EA's. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left is Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Tackled on the play by Cameron Thomas. 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Fournette. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Toward the pylon, caught. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
White. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On Now they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers have cut it back within a score. Extra point safely through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
They decided to run a hitch run really hard time with that. They turned it loose. He rifled right in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
Murray now on 1st down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there and take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Shotgun now from Murray. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
This is taken at the 23. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and Tampa Bay trots out there now. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
2nd and 2. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And they're going to get this up to midfield. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Come on.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Murray from midfield, and he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Again, they'll throw with Murray. The catch made by Hopkins. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. More than 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now Murray. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Taking in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions, but still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that one. I have to play better for my team here in the second half.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle to work. They've been their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And they'll go inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Fournette on the counter. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up the 3rd down. To throw is Murray. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the 1st down. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs ready to take over once again as this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it right side to White. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync. And the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Right there, hurt.
They keep it on the ground, right again. And he'll get it inside the 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 26. A nice pickup there, 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. And his kick here is good. And that's going to tie us at 13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one? Absolutely. Let's start defensively. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Murray a give. This is counter. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that'll be the second half is better than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him. It's a big part of their offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Murray now to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Murray. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play. Back now in Tampa. 13 all our score as we start quarter number 4. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Throwing again, Murray. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On second down, here's Murray. Pass incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion was Ray. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it right time to get a clean throw as well.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut him down on that attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette to about the 23. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him. And we'll step aside for a moment. Ball at the 23, second and 8. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start by running the option to the right. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Bucs now. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And now here's another interception. Anthony Averett picks it.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge. matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs are right back in this football game.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line. 60 Eagles.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. I like the way I said that, in his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
He needs better protection, that's for sure. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Come on.
They'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He stiff arms him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Shot right, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cardinal offense takes back over. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Jay on the other side of the ball and saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up to the 34. Giving the gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 1 now. From the gun, Murray. That's to the former Bucs tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll go Madison up the middle. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these 2 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Out out of the shotgun. They'll run with counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Murray to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So now the Bucs down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. They'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Arizona, it's a rare peak in a season of valleys as they move to 3-12 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a